You know, anime has been growing in popularity over the years. It is now widely accessible on several big-name streaming platforms such as Netflix, Hulu, and even Amazon Prime. Of course, you have your regular go-to anime streaming platforms such as Crunchyroll, Funimation, and VRV. Even manga which are adapted into anime are located in several popular supermarkets including Walmart, Target, and a wider, more expansive selection is available at your local Barnes & Nobles. Not to mention the publicity and media coverage that surrounded the release of the Demon Slayer and Jujutsu Kaisen movie, with Demon Slayer breaking the record for most revenue-generated anime film of all time, and Jujutsu Kaisen becoming the fourth highest-grossing U.S. anime film of all time. There has also been talk within the anime community on the upcoming Black Clover movie set to release in 2023 and One Piece film Red set to release this year in 2022. Now, the increasing rise in popularity begs the question, why such a massive demand? Could it be because of the interesting, relatable, and grounding characters, the cool and encapturing character designs, the creative and ingenious power concepts, maybe the progressing and in-depth character arcs that occurs throughout a series? The answer, put simply, is a combination of everything. Pay attention, Disney. Starting off with Disney's characters, which nowadays are very female-centralized, a few, emphasis on few, examples are She-Hulk, Captain Marvel, Miss Marvel, and the MCU bait and switches that remove the male lead to be replaced with a more diverse representative like Loki, Hawkeye, Doctor Strange 2, Moon Knight, Thor 3 and 4, Shang-Chi. And that's not even getting into the Star Wars category. Now that you have your heroes established, you can assign them appropriate powers that are fitting and match their character accordingly. Being how Marvel was established by the late Stan Lee back in 1961, Disney already had an established character base with intricate powers. Such examples are widely known, such as Spider-Man, Iron Man, Captain America, Hulk, the Fantastic Four, and even the X-Men. However, today, Marvel's writers are pretty incompetent when it comes to keeping an individual's powers and abilities grounded and consistent. I mean, seriously, look at Scarlet Witch's powers. They're so vague and unrestricted by rules. She can fend off Thanos with Infinity Stones, control an entire town full of people, heal or repair an AI superbot, and break through a fucking mirror dimension. Captain Marvel can just do whatever too. The absorption of some space juice from the Space Stone allows her to fly through Thanos' ship, eat his blows, and overpower him. It's made her just one mad powerhouse, and we all know why that is. Now, let's look at your character designs. Holy fucking shit. Who the fuck approved this and thought this was a good idea? Whoever it was does not need to be reproducing. God fucking bless, man. Continuing on, we have more garbage. We have She-Hulk, Jane Foster, King fucking Valkyrie, the new Falcon. Jesus fucking Christ. Someone's being paid to design and adapt this crap. There's no hope left. Not even with the supposed character arcs, if there is any. Scarlet Witch got butchered pretty bad. She started out being very vulnerable, inexperienced, and having a calamitous backstory. She needed guidance. Hawkeye was helpful in that area. He knew she was scared with everything going on in Sokovia. He knew she was being manipulated by Ultron. She was a pawn in everything, and she redeemed herself, and then Disney had the great idea to turn her into a dictator, murderer, and psychopath, all because she wanted some android dick and make-believe children. I can't with these fucking writers. Why do this to her character after all the work Kevin Feige put into developing her? Same for Jane Foster. Just like with Disney, we're going to start with some characters that have made their debut appearances in their respective shows, and I can't think of anyone better to start with than the current Hokage of the Leaf, Naruto Uzumaki. Following him, we have the future Wizard King Asta, Itadori Yuji, Killua Zoldyck, Chairman Isaac Netero, and Genryusai Yamamoto. I'll also include strong female characters that don't make it their character's purpose to shame and belittle men just because the writers want to push their political, ideological beliefs on their audience. Starting off, we have the seductive bunny hero, Mirko, Black Clover's Merio Leona, Death from Akame ga Kill, Full Metal Alchemist's General Armstrong and Izumi Curtis, S-rank hero Tatsumaki from One Punch Man, and Naruto's own 106cm Tsunade are all fan favorites, are well written, have a fitting design, and are extremely powerful in their own right. No diverse political ideological bullshit being pushed into our faces, and no hateful race shaming your audience into liking your shit product when they don't give it the attention or praise you want it to receive. Next up, we have character designs, and believe me, it wasn't hard composing a list for this category. There are a great number of near goddamn perfect character designs included in not just the bigger shows, but the smaller ones too, such as Samurai Champloo and Death Note. First up, for my included anime character designs, we have Katakuri, Overhaul, Stars and Stripes, Shia Moro, Gojo Sotaro, Utkiora, and Byakuya Kuchiki. I have no shortage of responses for this category either, but I believe I've made my point. Not just the character designs, but the power concepts can be just as creative and prolific, having an even bigger impact on a viewer if their written abilities pair well with their personalities or traits. It really is fascinating thinking about all the possible characters that can be conjured and how dangerous or powerful they could end up being, depending on what kinds of powers you choose to give your character. There's also noteworthy training and instruction from a wise mentor that could be entailed to further hook your audience, and could be the perfect setup to pave the way for bigger battles with more complex choreography, more intricate tactics, and much bigger stakes. A few noteworthy ones that really take the cake in my opinion are My Hero Academia's Shinso's Brainwashing, Hunter x Hunter Curlew Lucifer's Bandit Secret and Kite's Crazy Slots, Minato's Flying Thunder God, Sage Mode and Rasengan, Nagato's Renegon and the 6 Passive Pain abilities, CP9's Orokushiki or 6 powers, and Julius Novachrono's Time Magic. Just like the designs, the creative and brilliant powers that are brought to life by creative, inspired, hardworking artists go a long way and can have a lasting impact on your investing audience. Now we get to the final and probably most complicated topic, which is character arcs. An inexperienced writer can easily ruin a character by not writing the character to be in line with his or her given traits. Knowing how to develop relationships with other fundamental characters can greatly put your story a step ahead of the competition. It gives your story some depth, it shows progression, you've established connections. This is a basic but highly important fundamental to good storytelling. Having other characters connect with your protagonist when there is no logical reason for them to just feels contrived and forced. And yes, if you haven't picked up on it yet, I am throwing shade at Disney. Anything they put out over the past 4 years has been complete shit. And if you don't believe me, just look at their stock numbers, viewership numbers, and media backlash for their newly released shows and the criticism it's receiving from its decade-spanning fandom. Does anime have this problem? Well, given that Tite Kubo's Bleach anime is returning to adapt the final 1,000-year Blood War arc after the show ended with the Fullbringer arc back in 2012, a massive group of fans wanting the return of Yoshihiro Togashi's Hunter x Hunter series continuing on with the publishing of the Dark Continent Expedition arc, the Naruto series being extended with the introduction of the Boruto series, One Piece's manga series spanning over 2 decades and still running, all the hype for the other upcoming seasons like Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2, My Hero Academia Season 6, the One Piece final arc, Demon Slayer Season 3, and many more. I'd say the answer is pretty self-explanatory. Okay, I branched off there, but getting back to character arcs, a few good examples to name are Deku from My Hero Academia, Luffy and Katakuri, Asta from Black Clover, Rock Lee from Naruto, Kurama in Naruto, and Kobe from One Piece. Endless, innovative character arcs with massive fan appeal and no identity politics to taint such massively praised works of art. Of course, some anime are not without their problems. My premise is not to say anime is perfect, but rather the core elements that make not just anime but any story great are missing from the content Disney is just shoveling out at this point. I'm not joking either. Just look at their lineup for the next 18 months. And if it doesn't change soon, you won't just lose your company and ruin a long-established franchise. You'll be losing a massive platform that you've been using to push your woke garbage, losing every sensible, reasonable person's respect due to your own arrogant, selfish actions. Anyway, stay tuned for the next video.